Nathan.
I'm Sierra, and this is baby Theo, and this is our story. Adding to our family, we're now a family of 5.
We have 2 older sons. It's definitely been a while since I've changed a diaper, and it's almost like starting new. It's definitely another chapter in our life.
So Nathan was born at Highland. I was also born at Highland, and I also did my student teaching placement here in college. So I was just really comfortable with Highland all around.
Yeah, they were really great. They were always communicating. It was a great process.
Families come to Highland for the compassionate care that they get. They come for the high quality care that they get. And we can say that that's what it is because they are being approached by staff that really care. It's a really important time to be a part of people's lives.
I started feeling contractions right after Nathan got to work. It was a Thursday morning, and I called him and I was like, hey, I think you need to come home. Like, this is the real deal. Right after we got triaged, they hooked up the monitors and his heart rate started to crash. We did at that point opt for the C-section because I was really worried about this guy, and we just wanted to get him out.
And there was always someone to say, these are our options. This is what is on the table. You still have a choice here. We'll let you know if there's a risk. Everything seemed so smooth.
They were very comforting. It was like a family member was taking care of you. So the day after Theo was born, we were in our room and social work had stopped by, and I immediately saw the social worker's name tag. And in my head, I recognized the name so blatantly.
I have worked at Highland Hospital for 40 years. I am the OB social worker. I love working at Highland because I love the team that we have. My job is hard some days, and so I like the fact that we have a really good supportive team because it really helps you be able to kind of work through all of that. I see every first-time mom, and I do that because of my background in mental health, and I really feel it's important to give moms information about postpartum depression and anxiety and other more serious issues. So I try to see everyone, and Sierra happened to be just on my list. I didn't know who she was.
When my mom was pregnant, she was a single mother, and she already had 1 daughter, and her parents were encouraging her, you know, to not take on the extra stress and financial responsibilities of a second child. And they had encouraged her to seek out adoption. And she had me here at Highland, and she was just really not sure what to do. And a woman named Karen had come into her room as the social worker and just sat down and spent time with her, explaining that if she really was having second thoughts and she didn't want to, that they could also support her through that and help her make that transition to a mom of 2. In that moment, my mom went against everything everyone told her, and she decided to keep me. And Karen was the person who supported her through that. And to this day, there is a newspaper clipping of Karen in my baby book. So it was really just such a beautiful, like, full circle moment that this woman who met me as an infant was now checking in on me as a mother.
Matching the care that we're giving with the environment that the patients are experiencing, I think is really important. A lot of investments have been made the past few years on staff education and looking at the best evidence and the best medical equipment, the best tools to provide this high quality care that we pride ourselves on at Highland. But if you walk through the unit right now, it's a time warp a little bit. You're going back several decades, and our outside doesn't match our inside right now. And I think a renovation in these new spaces that we're going to be bringing to families and to staff alike are just going to make everything match.
When Karen came into our room and I realized who she was, it was just really overwhelming. I would have been living a completely different life. And now she's here and she's supporting me in my birth, and it connected to me to my mom in that moment.
And I'm thinking, this woman looks so familiar to me. But again, I've done this a long time. Everyone looks familiar. So I went back to my office and I looked her up, and I saw a picture of her on my horse. I realized that we knew people in common because of the horse community. So I went back into her room and I said to her, I just realized that you rode my horse Luigi. And she said, oh my gosh, Luigi, I love Luigi, and I have Luigi's full sister. So she has the full sibling of my horse. I guess that I feel like it's such a privilege to do the job that I do and for people to welcome me into their lives. When you talk to somebody like that who says thank you, or somebody comes back and says, look at where my life is now, it does make me feel like I had a little piece of their story.
So I video chatted my mom. She was like, I absolutely remember the name. Like, I can't believe she's still there.
You were my only support person. Everybody else was just pushing and pushing and pushing, and you were the only one I had on my side.
My mom is my best friend, and I can't imagine growing up in a different family and not having my mom. She's my person. I'm really grateful that Karen sat down and talked with her.
It's amazing the impact that you have on families in their lives. They literally will remember you for their whole entire life. I think that just goes to show how much the staff care and how quickly they become bonded to their patients.
Our experience at Highland was just really warm and thoughtful.
It's like home almost. It means the world for them to just be that caring. So much stress just goes away.
So I would recommend Highland to anyone that asked me, and if we were to have another baby, I would definitely be picking Highland as my hospital.